No, this is disclosure and transparency, which I used to be a fund manager with the Templeton Organization, and disclosure and transparency are mandatory for investors. We have to know. I would want to know if I'm investing in a company that's building an aircraft carrier that's designed to wipe out an American city. I want to know that. I want to know if I'm investing in companies that are persecuting religious minorities or persecuting Christians or dismembered, or what if they're involved in this horrible thing of organ tourism, where organ transplant tourism, where people are going and the Chinese government selling for $20 billion a year, apparently, organs of prisoners if somebody needs an organ transplant. These are not things the American people will stand for. And Roger, that's why it's so important to have you get this message out. That's why we invited you to the Economic War Room, because we educate the American investor and we train American financial advisors, investment advisors, on how they can not only protect their clients' portfolios, not only get a decent return for their money, but also help clients weaponize their money to display the values that they believe in.
Well, that's a very worthy undertaking, Kevin, and I applaud your efforts. And just a word on China shipbuilding. They produce ballistic missile submarines that are targeting American cities. They are in the MSCI Emerging Market Index. And just returning to the disclosure matter, you know, the Chinese, I told you, would be loath to disclose that they're building disputed illegal islands in the South China Sea. They would rather chew off their right arm than to admit that in writing in the risk section of, say, a prospectus. But remember this, that if they fail to disclose, or if they or their investment bank are untruthful, that constitutes what the SEC calls a material omission. And that is legally actionable. That's where class action lawsuits come in. This is against the law. This isn't just tisk tisk. This means something.
Wow, and it means something to the fund managers. If you're managing a fund and you're investing in these things and it gets disclosed and you become aware that you're supporting these things, that becomes a risk for the investment houses as well. And maybe it's a risk for MSCI and others, because this is really bad activity and investors can make the difference. So Roger, any last thoughts? Anything else you'd like to share?
Only that I think that we're going to take this subject forward from an educational perspective. We're going to continue to do research, not just on the 50 states' public pension systems, to find out what kind of bad actors, both from a human rights and national security perspective, are in those portfolios, but we're going to go to college endowments and find out what's in their portfolios, and labor unions and media outlets. In other words, we have to vividly put on display what all sorts of Americans are investing in here unwittingly, so that they can make a decision, they can take a stand, and hopefully they can express our common values and our moral compass.
This is an opportunity for you as investors to make a genuine difference in America. You can vote with your investment dollars. Take to heart what Roger Robinson shared with you. He knows what he's talking about. He helped architect the plan that brought down the evil of communism. And it's now an opportunity to bring down the evil of the Chinese communist system as well, if we will call for disclosure and stop funding bad activity. Go to economicwarroom.com, download your economic battle plan for this episode. This is Kevin Freeman from the Economic War Room.